This position.
Okay, we are making an orbit to the right. Copy. Tower 1211. Making a right holding. Right is holding for runway 02.
Okay, that's good, but do not land. Traffic is on short final run with RSS.
With other side, copy. Let us know once we have jet lag. 352, clear to hold beyond 15 miles due traffic.
Bangla 211. Runway cleared land and runway is vacated either runway 02 or 20. Confirm vector.
Sir, we would like to land on 20.
Okay, runway 20 cleared land. Wind 270 degrees 6 knots.
260. Copy. Jet lag.
Bangla 211. Confirm you have runway in sight.
Negative, sir.
Bangla 211. Turn right and you have a runway. Buddha 373. Sorry, man. Tower 9 Lima Tango, we are right hand downwind for 20. Clear to cross active via north and report final for East Delta. Clear to cross active via north and call you final for East Delta Lima Tango. 53 Lima Tango Bahari going. Please, sir. Runway 53 report final runway 20. We'll go, sir, and we'll follow Lima Tango. That's true. Report final runway 20. 20, copy, sir. Bangla, sir. Roger.
Praise the Most High.
8720. Report position. Go ahead, 8720. Report no name. Report no name, 8720. Lima Tango, factory profit based on the pad now. And Lima Tango cleared land east and back, 3% vehicle movement. And I'll be 5 starting final for 20, sir. 5K cleared land will be 20, 3% vehicle movement towards exit start. Now, what's the
Same plane. Footage coming from somebody on the ground, probably that live in the area. Okay. Just out of nowhere. Praise the Most High. Heathens trying to land somehow didn't approach the runway the proper way. They were taken, all right? That's right. Some
4
more.
crew members are presumed dead after a Marines Corps helicopter crashed on a training mission. The incident took place near Plaster City, about 20 miles north of the US-Mexico border, during what officials called a routine training mission. The cause of the crash is currently under investigation.
U.S. military helicopter crashes in California. A U.S. Marine Corps helicopter has had an incident while flying over Plaster City, California, the U.S. Navy has confirmed, releasing no immediate details on casualties. We are currently still responding to what we have confirmed as a single helicopter incident. We ask that you continue to be patient with us as the situation unfolds. Naval Air Facility El Centro said in a Facebook post, the incident, involving a single helicopter, occurred just north of Plaster City at around 2:35 p.m. local time on Tuesday. The U.S. military quickly dispatched fire and security units along with other helicopters to conduct a search and rescue operation. Our thoughts.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to us on YouTube. If you like donate to us, visit home on the page PayPal.
Same story, I think. Same story. The sword is against all our gates, okay? That's right. Babylon's taken, all right? Man, they gonna keep a lot of this stuff secret because they know that they're out, out the ordinary sort of events taking place for these crashes to be happening at the rate and in the way that they're happening, okay? Especially you military people, you gonna be real secretive, but you're taking, okay? Let's go get some more before we go. You see them two fine young men with all the bars and stripes. Salutations. Pharaoh is comforted for you down there in hell when he see you and all your bands, Meshach. All right, that's right. Fallen, taken. Praise the Most High. Fox, keep up the good work.
Federal investigators are now in Manhattan trying to determine what caused a chartered helicopter to crash into the East River.
All 5 passengers on board were killed last night. The pilot was the only one to survive. CBS News' Janelle Burrell is along the East River in Kips Bay this noon with more. Janelle?
And that's right, Chris and Mary. The account of that pilot, 33-year-old Richard Vance from Danbury, Connecticut, will be critical in determining what caused the crash. You can see here behind us on the East River, you can make out those yellow pontoons. That marks the spot We're still underneath the water, upside down. NTSB investigators have been examining that area, the very first steps in their investigation. The careful task of documenting the sunken helicopter now underway in the East River. This afternoon, a possible reason for the helicopter going down. According to reports, the chopper's pilot told investigators that one of the passenger's bags accidentally hit the emergency button to shut off fuel to the chopper.
Verily Motel, mayday. Verily Motel, are you okay? Deep river, engine failure.
In radio transmissions, you can hear the pilot's call for help moments before cell phone video captured the chopper plunging into the river around 7 Sunday evening near East 90th Street. After impact, you can see its rotors continuing to spin until it went completely under.
It kind of looked like it was supposed to be landing almost, so I wasn't really sure. And then the moment we saw it land, it was under.
A private tugboat was the first to reach the aircraft, which is owned by Liberty Helicopters and was chartered Sunday for a photo shoot. Police, fire, and Coast Guard boats quickly followed, but the chopper had already begun to sink.
We have no exact location anymore.
Authorities say the pilot seen here with emergency responders managed to free himself, but his 5 passengers, who were all tightly harnessed, were trapped. We spoke with a veteran chopper pilot with 40 years experience for his take on the accident.
I don't give a damn. We heard what the pilot said. Engine failure. Okay, he ain't say shit about nobody hit no button. Okay, the man said engine failure. Okay, that's right. He was taken. Okay, the angel smoked the power of his vehicle. Okay, the angel of the Most High smoked the horse and the rider. All right, and it was a failure right over the damn East River where the Most High wanted to take him at, and that's where he took him at and sunk him. That's what happened. Give a damn about your 40 years.
The reality of why they died wasn't because of impact or trauma. They died because they drowned. Whether they were trapped, they couldn't get the harnesses undone that they had on, which isn't what you normally have. Normally you pull a seatbelt clasp in an aircraft and boom, you're out.
Eric Adams was in the safety training session with this group prior to the helicopter ride. He says he saw the red helicopter go up and says they were not prepared for an emergency like this.
We need to know before we get in the helicopter how to get ourselves out of it quickly. And I don't think that the harnesses that they use right now are adequate for what they're doing.
2 of those pulled out were pronounced dead. The other 3 rushed to area hospitals in critical condition and later died. Fire Commissioner Nigro says even with the quick emergency response, the water conditions made it difficult for divers to reach the victims.
They worked very quickly, as fast as they could. That's 50 feet of water there. There was a 4-mile-an-hour current. The temperature is below 40. So everyone worked very hard.
And it meant, hey, man, in other words, they would have to be able to move like Superman in order to save them people in time with the conditions that they fail in. Okay, they fail in speedy current, frigid temperatures, deep waters. You see how that go? All them combinations. Boy, that was praise the most. Blessed be his name, man.
Now, back in 2009, the same helicopter company had a crash over the Hudson River after colliding with a small airplane. In that case, investigators say the helicopter was flying too high. Now, according to the FAA, there are no previous reported incidents with this aircraft or with its pilots. So far, one of the 5 victims has been identified as 36-year-old Brian McDaniel. He was a firefighter from Dallas. We've also learned that the other victims include a 34-year-old man from New York, a 29-year-old man from New York, a 26-year-old man from Dallas, as well as a 29-year-old woman from Argentina. We are expecting an update from NTSB officials here on the scene later this afternoon. For now, that's latest live from Kips Bay. Janelle Burrell, CBS 2 News.
Thank you, Ms. Burrell.
Breaking news, we're just getting word of a U.S. military helicopter that has crashed in Iraq. Let's go to our Pentagon correspondent, Barbara Starr. Barbara, tell our viewers what you're learning.
Wolf, at this hour, details just coming into CNN. A U.S. military helicopter, a Black Hawk variant, has crashed in western Iraq, according to the U.S. military. It is very crucial they are using the word crashed. Their initial reports are There were 7 personnel on board. Their fate at this hour is unknown. It is early Friday morning, of course, in Iraq. Rescue and medevac crews are on the way to the site to see who they can rescue and what the state of this helicopter is. There are no reports at this hour that it was hostile fire, but again, these are very initial reports about what has happened. Now, of course, this helicopter was flying alongside another. They always fly in pairs, so they will be talking to the other crew about what they might have seen. Was there any indication of hostile fire? This has just happened in the last couple of hours, so details are very sketchy right now. But again, a U.S. military helicopter, a Black Hawk variant, crashing. In the words of the U.S. military tonight in western Iraq, rescue forces on the way, 7 said to be on board. Wolf?
I've been asked a lot over the past several weeks. My personal opinion, as being someone that served in aviation in the United States military, when I thought of the growing number of military aircraft and helicopters that have been crashing, and sadly, the loss of life as well. There's a lot of blame going around. A lot of people are, everybody has an opinion as to why this is happening. I'm going to share with you my personal thoughts.
All right. Let's see. I don't want to suffer everybody your personal thoughts. I marked the spot where he gives his conclusion or opinion. That ain't what. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Let me see here.
From my personal experience, not just something that I pulled out of the air.
All right.
Doesn't matter if you're Democrat or Republican. So, if you want to place the blame anywhere on why we're having so many military crashes, I'll be the one to tell you. It's because of what the Democrats do to the military in their time and service.
Yeah, goddamn lie, you heathen.
Downgrade the shit out of it.
All right. Yeah. You could explain to the American Airlines for that with that if you like. Well, how do you explain this shit? Not we ain't even touched that one. Arizona. This one.
6 people are dead after a plane crashed at a golf course in Arizona Monday night. Authorities told Newsies partners at KNXV the small plane went down at the TPC Scottsdale course not long after it took off from Scottsdale Airport. Police say 6 people were on board the aircraft. None of them survived. The cause of the crash is still unclear. The National Transportation Safety Board is conducting an investigation into the incident.
Okay, now that was a few days after Mr. Big Head American. Okay, after this big head motherfucker right here. Yeah, what about this one?
This is Dabu 7. We have reports that at least 2 people have been killed in an incident at the Marion Municipal Airport in Indiana. They're saying that 2 planes have collided on the runway. They're saying that this deadly incident happened shortly before 5:30 p.m. local time, and that the Grant County coroner had confirmed.
Yeah, that day that them heathens was flying so many planes over us that we counted 10 of them within 11 minutes. And we reminded you damn heathens that we took our grace away from you concerning your damn planes falling. So now this heathen who's been in the military, he got that explanation. Military crashes. But what about these non-military crashes with local airliners? In that incident right there, one crashed. I mean, they both crashed as one was landing and one was taking off. Then you got one in Arizona that's still under investigation. Those are all non-military crashes, sir. All right? Now, you talking about so many military crashes, but what about the bigger picture, you heathen? Well, that one in the East River we covered, okay? Yeah, you probably... The one in Iraq, was that before?
We're just getting word of a U.S. military
Okay,
helicopter.
yeah, you probably... Yeah, you may have been considering one of them. All right? But you got a lot to explain, though, you heathen. That's right. Well, let's see. that we covered them, the one in Russia and all that. Other planes, this Bangladesh one right here, the U.S. Bangla, we just covered that. That wasn't no military, that was commercial. Okay. Well, it's another one on here. Let's get a very recent military crash that wasn't even an American. It was an Algerian. Where that's at? Let me get that. Let me find that. Algeria, all right? Northern Algeria. All right, so did the Democrats' budget cutting have something to do with this? You damn heathen. Military. Okay, no, the Most High is ticking you heathen. This is what's going on, you heathens, all right? That's right. Okay. Yeah, so ain't no way, ain't no one man or no heathen or heathen lover gonna explain away these
A plane crash in Algeria has killed more than 250 people. State media called the country's worst air disaster.
Okay.
The military aircraft crashed just after taking off from an air base near the capital.
Praise the Most High.
The Defense Ministry says most of the people on board were military personnel. However, some family members were on that plane as well. We've got Michael Serapio tracking the story. What more do you know about this crash now, Michael?
Well, at this point, Sahana, the site of the crash remains an active investigation seen as the Algerian military examines what happens here. And with that, let's bring in a map here so that people can situate themselves as to where this crash happened. Now, as you said, it was near the capital, the plane departing from a military airport in Boufarik. Now, that's about 35 kilometers south west of Algiers. And as for the latest visuals, you got a taste of it right off top, but let's go back to what we're now getting from on the ground in Algeria. Emergency vehicles surrounding the plane as smoke continues to billow above the wreckage. As you said, more than 250 people are reportedly dead. 257 is the number being quoted by media on the ground. Most of the members of the Algerian military, but there are also 10 crew members on board. And as for those family members you reference, to whom they're related, who was actually on board that plane, we still don't know. That hasn't been reported. There have been some reports of survivors being treated in hospital. The question is, are they survivors of the crash or were they people on the ground? That is something that we're still looking into right now. What we can tell you is that this plane was a Russian-made model, a Russian-made Ilyushin plane. That kind of model has been in production since the 1970s with a fairly good track record. As for this plane, it was a different model entirely. It was a Hercules Ilyushin plane. And so some things need to be confirmed here. Let's bring in some boards, though, about some of the history here with plane crashes in Algeria, because this is the deadliest one, but the deadliest one since 2014, when an Air Algerian plane went down over Mali. That crash killed 116 people. And in February of that same year, 77 people died when an Algerian Air Force plane crashed into the country's eastern mountains. In that case, it was a Lockheed C-130 Hercules transport, but again, this was an Ilyushin plane that went down. The Army's Chief of Staff says he will be on site later today to inspect what has happened, and an investigation, as I said, well underway, but certainly this is more a recovery effort than anything else.
That's right. Praise the Most High.
A military plane crash has killed 257 people at a military airport 20 miles away from the Algerian capital, Algiers. The plane was headed to Tindouf, an area on Algeria's border with Western Sahara. The crash occurred soon after takeoff. The Army Chief of Staff has extended condolences to the victims' families and ordered an investigation to be opened into the incident.
Okay, that's right. So, explain the American political, explain, the American political arena having.
That's why he said that every man swore was going to be against his brother.
So that applies to your ass too. That's right. Even when one of your own heathen brothers kill you.
Okay, yeah, America and they political games with the budget or the military don't got nothing to do with all these other heathens and they military choppers and planes crashing. All right, yeah, you chumps.
Most High put together for him. You can see it forming right before your eyes, man. And he tore that damn place up. He ruined a lot of people's day, all right? And that's what we're here to do. This one's here to ruin your motherfucking day, you goddamn heathens. That's why I asked the Most High to pick on France. Praise the Most High. Yeah, that's right, because I don't even know what's going on in Europe since we asked him to hit Germany and he unleashed great fury and furious rebukes on Germany and all of Europe. I haven't even been watching to update. Because guess what? I don't think about you goddamn heathens. I don't lose no sleep over you heathens when we call these destructions over your happy ass.
That's right. Praise the Most
I
High.
don't.
Praise the Most High.
I didn't lose no sleep over that airliner either. Okay? That airliner was going to go down at a certain time.
Let's go.
Right?
Let's go back.
But you humbled yourself, Gomer.
Let's see.
And it was clear to me that you humbled yourself. But again, the Most High heard my request, spared your planes, America, and he got Russia. You saying that it was
And he been getting your ass ever since we took our grace away from you. You see how that happened? He been getting you. He been getting these other heathens too, because he's gonna have his sword bathed in heaven. All right, and it's gonna smite from east, west, north, south, because the whole earth shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy. All right, now let's go to that video. I know the link in here. Because that's the name of that video, the fiery wrath of the let me see, did I put the link into it in here? That day we sat down over in the public park facing the east. Prayed for the most I don't know, I'm looking. I need to go see up here. Prayed the Most High to take your damn planes down. No, okay, hold on, so let me see. So the link not in here. I'll find it though.
attack from another nation? It don't matter. It's a plane full of heathens. My word didn't fall to the ground, man.
That's right.
That's
That's right. My word didn't fall to the ground, and the Most High is still honoring my word. You see what it's about in a nutshell. That's right. That's right. That's all it's all about. The Most High say our words wouldn't fall to the ground, man. That's right. Just like his servant Samuel, man. Okay. Say, yeah, yep, that's right. Speak. Whoever sins we remit, they remitted. Whoever sins we retain, they retain, man. So that's why you people better do the right thing, because the saints got the power to deliver your ass over to Satan for destruction.
we asked him to hit Germany, and he unleashed great fury and furious rebukes on Germany and all of Europe. I haven't even been watching to update, because guess what? I don't think about you goddamn heathens. I don't lose no sleep over you heathens when we call these destructions over your happy ass. Nah, I don't. I didn't lose no sleep over that airliner either. Okay? That airliner was going to go down at a certain time.
I don't. That's right.
All right? But you humbled yourself, Gomer. And it was clear to me that you humbled yourself. But again, the Most High heard my request, spared your planes, America, and he got Russia. You saying that it was a attack from another nation? It don't matter. It's a plane full of heathens. My word didn't fall to the ground, man.
And on top, as a matter of fact, I believe there was 2 or 3 planes going down concerning Russia within a short space. 2 at the minimum. 1 may have been taken down by a Yemenis rebel, that fired some sort of rocket from the ground at one of the fighter jets, and it was a Russian fighter jet. Then you had a Russia commercial airliner, one of the commercial planes, full of heathens. I don't know, probably 70-something people. That one crashed. So I had the stories confused because it was more than one story concerning Russia and they got their planes falling.
That's how that works. It don't matter the Most High. That's why he said that every man swore was gonna be against his brother. So that applies to your ass too. That's right. Even when one of your own heathen brothers kill you.
That's right.
All right. We on your mountaintop, Gomer.
That's right. Praise the Most High.
Yeah, we publishing that gospel of the kingdom on your happy ass. That's right.
Okay.
A plane has crashed in Russia with all 71 people on board believed to have been killed. The flight reportedly disappeared from radar 10 minutes after takeoff in Moscow. Russian news agencies citing official sources say there are no survivors. It's thought there were 65 passengers and 6 crew members on board. The plane, operated by domestic carrier Saratov Airlines, took off from Domodedovo Airport. It was destined for the Russian city of Orsk, bordering Kazakhstan. The Russian Transport Ministry is reportedly considering various causes for the crash, including weather conditions and pilot error.
That's right, heathen.
A Russian transport plane has crashed in Syria, killing all 32 people on board.
You see that? That was February, the first one we just covered. Now look at this. Another Russian plane with 32 people on it on the 6th of March. But they don't tell you this is happening at such a high rate in the regular news media.
The AN-26 plane crashed at an airbase near the Syrian coastal city of Latakia, and initial information suggests the crash may have been caused by a technical fault, the Defense Ministry is quoted as saying by the Russian media. The incident sharply raises the death toll from the Kremlin Syria operation.
See? They counted as taken during the Syrian operation. So they taken in the Valley of Jehoshaphat. All right? And that's what the Most High wanted. That's why he caused me to pray that prayer, because he knew he wanted to kill these damn heathens with their horses and their chariots. And he wanted to give me the honor of making that prophecy known. Oops, I just hit this on accident. Is this another heathen in a plane?
Tonight, a deadly shootout in what the sheriff is calling an ambush.
Nah, that's what's going to happen too, though. Heathens going to take other heathens. All right, so, let me see. Let's go. That was a few weeks right at, okay, now I got the bug going on with the plane flying over me. Gomer just came and put the damn bug on me. Chomp. Plus, bless the Most High, though. Because I wanted to see the history. Here we go.
A Russian transport plane has crashed in Syria, killing all 32 people on board.
March.
The AN-26 plane crashed at an airbase near the Syrian coastal city of Latakia, and initial information suggests the crash may have been caused by a technical fault, the Defense Ministry is quoted as saying by the Russian media. The incident sharply raises the death toll from the Kremlin Syria operation.
Okay. Let's take a look at this, and then we'll probably end this expose that the heathen nations being taken away. Bless the Most High.
We are back with the Fox Fox News alert for you. Hundreds of rescuers battling the elements overnight, scouring a crash site for clues. This happened in Russia. The Russian plane crash. It plunged into a field, killing all 71 on board. Kelly Wright joins us now live with some brand new information in the investigation. Good morning, Kelly.
Heather, good morning to you as well. When Saratov Airlines Flight 6W703 took off from Moscow's Domodedovo Airport, there was no indication of anything wrong at all. Everything appeared to be normal. But just minutes after taking off, the flight fell from radar, indicating that plane, its crew, and passengers were in serious trouble. A distant surveillance camera shows the plane plunging into a snowy field. Difficult to look at. It was bursting into flames, a ball of fire. Rescue crews quickly rushed to the site of the crash, but no survivors are found. All 71 people aboard the flight perished in the crash. Some residents from nearby villages reported hearing a loud explosion that rattled homes and blew out windows. Recovery crews working through the night had the grim task of recovering bodies. Earlier, one of the plane's black boxes was found. Saratov Airlines told TASS Russian news agency the plane had made several trips the day of the crash and everything appeared to be normal, telling TASS this: before each of those flights the plane was checked. The last two technicians who serviced the plane were flying on board the aircraft at the time of the crash.
See that?
The final check before the fatal flight did not reveal any deviations on the aircraft. Flight 6W703 was traveling to Orsk, where relatives of passengers had been waiting and were told about the tragic news of the ill-fated flight. Upon hearing the sad news, White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders said this. She said, "It is deeply saddened by the tragic deaths of those on board Saratov Airlines Flight 703. We send our condolences to the families of those who lost their lives and to the people of Russia." The cause of the crash, Heather, remains under investigation. Certainly a lot of investigation going on. As we've seen, they will continue until they can find out what's happening.
With those 71 people who lost their lives and their families. Thank you so much, Kelly. Appreciate you joining us.
You know they're gonna be.
We can show you some new video.
Yeah, they're gonna be investigating a long damn time to figure it out, ain't they?
I'm being told, actually, Ian, you might be able to see this. We're bringing it up now, but we've seen there we have it, the jet coming down. This is a Russian jet over Syria.
Alright, that's something from 2015. Let me get something else from recently. Well, he was gonna be investigating your ass off, trying to figure out what happened. Yeah, for real. Oh, matter of fact. Alright, February 18, 2018.
Passenger plane with 66 people on board has crashed in central Iran. The airline now says it's too early to say whether anyone survived the crash, despite having earlier claimed all passengers and crew had died. Relatives at Yahawa Airport, where the plane was heading from Tehran, are not giving up hope. Reports say ambulances cannot reach it as it's in a mountainous area. An emergency helicopter sent there was also unable to land due to bad weather. Press TV journalist Yusuf Jalali reports from Tehran.
Just 2 minutes before the airplane would get to its destination, it crashed into Mount Dena, someplace near the city of Semirom, located in the southern part of the province of Isfahan. So what happened was that due to adverse weather conditions, due to foggy weather, the pilot lost his vision, and he was trying to find a place where he can make an emergency landing. And according to eyewitnesses in the city of Semirom, he was trying to land and make an emergency landing on a pasture near the city of Semirom in the province of Isfahan. But unfortunately, on this process, the plane crashed into Mount Dena. Mount Dena is located in the southern part of the province of Isfahan and just in the north of Yasuj, where the airplane was destined. We do know that 66 people were on board the airplane, which is an ATR airplane, and all of those 66 people, 6 crew members and 60 passengers died because of that incident, unfortunately. So Iran is in shock.
Okay.
The plane is a French-Italian short-haul aircraft. The model was first introduced at the end of the 80s, and the last time an Assaman Airlines plane crashed was 24 years ago. Back then, the plane suffered a sudden loss of power. 66
sudden loss of power.
Also killed in that disaster. The plane was operated by Assaman Airlines. This is the 3rd largest carrier in Iran. It operates domestic and regional services.
All right.
Iran's Islamic Revolution Guards Corps says the wreckage of the ill-fated passenger plane has been spotted in the Zagros Mountains. IRGC helicopters found the wreckage on the 3rd day of search operations for the ATR-72 twin-engine turboprop plane. The aircraft crashed en route from Tehran to the city of Yasuj on Sunday. It went off radar with 66 people on board. The cause of the incident is not known yet.
Personal. Okay. All right.
The IRGC spokesman, Brigadier General Ramazan Sharif, has spoken to Press TV about the latest developments regarding the operations to find the wreckage of the Assaman Airlines plane. Let's take a listen.
When the drones of the aerospace division of the IRGC actually they found the approximate geographical position of the crash site, and they took some pictures of the place where the plane possibly went down. We received those images. This morning, 2 drones from the airspace division of the IRGC, they were sent to those places, the possible location of the crash site. They were sent there, and they managed to find the exact spot where the plane crashed. The exact geographical position of the crash site, rather heavy snowfall in the region, and we have fog, thick fog.
That's right.
Sometimes we have
that thick fog blinded the pilot.
And also low visibility.
See that? That's right. That's just how the Most High take your eyesight from you.
Made our operations difficult.
Take your vision with that thick cloud, boy.
The geographical position of the crash site has been found. It has increased our hopes of finding the wreckage of the plane.
There is breaking news in the Florida Keys tonight. A Navy fighter jet crashed this evening near Key West. The Navy says it was an F-18 Hornet like the one you see here on the screen. The 2-person crew based in Norfolk, Virginia ejected.
Yeah, we covered this one recently.
Nor is the cause of that wreck.
That's right. That's right,
that
man.
military plane crash overnight. A Navy fighter jet down off the coast of the Florida Keys.
Okay.
Our Chief Global Affairs anchor,
We're
Martha
getting
Raddatz,
bugged right now, so.
Good morning. The fighter jet was so close to landing, turned deadly in those final moments. The search and rescue operation began within minutes
March
of the
15th.
crash. Somebody said it blew up in the air.
Go to the air.
You can see the landing strip of F-18 Hornet in the shallow waters
Somebody
near the
said
runway.
it blew up in the air.
Searched nearby
I wouldn't
for
be
the 2
surprised.
naval aviators. The crash happened during the jet's final approach, 1 mile from the Naval Air Station in Key West. The 2 aviators ejecting from the aircraft as it went down. One witness writing on social media that she saw the jet roll and explode before going down.
The airplane happened to be upside down at the time they left the cockpit. There might not have been enough room for the parachutes to open.
The aviators were found just a mile from the aircraft in the water. Both were declared dead after arriving at a Florida hospital.
President Trump responding to the tragedy overnight, tweeting, "Please join me with your thoughts and prayers for both aviators, their families, and our incredible U.S. Navy." And this morning, the investigation is underway as officials piece together what went wrong. Those witnesses who saw an explosion may have just seen the ejection seats launching. Those seats have saved so many lives. But if that jet was rolling or upside down, the angle for the ejection launch may have led to the deaths. All that still to be determined. George?
We are thinking of their families this morning. Okay, Martha, thanks very much.
All right, Babylon falling.
George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch...
Babylon is falling, and she wasn't weird. She's taking it, she wasn't weird. Bless the Most High, man.
May the Most High give me a plane crash full of heathens. Kill them.
Alright. Kill up a whole bunch of heathens.
A whole bunch of heathens.
Praise the Most High.
Yahawa. Barakat, the seed of Yaakov. Blessings unto you, the seed of Jacob. To all you tares, you heretics, you false prophets, and you heathens.
That's right. Beware. Praise God. That's right. Come, Yahushua. Come.
Come, Yahushua. Come.
Praise Allah.
Barakat Yerushalayim.
Oh, praise Allah. Aman and Aman. Be encouraged, Zion. Most High will come with vengeance and save you.